Welcome back to the Taiwan Outlook. I'm your host, Raymond Wu. In this segment, we will continue our discussion with Representative Goedhart from the Netherlands Trade and Investment Office in Taipei. And we're going to talk about the kinds of similarities that we have between the Netherlands and Taiwan. For example, we're both small, we're not too big in size, and our population are roughly about the same size. And for our own survival and the survival of the Netherlands, we need to depend on trade and investment with others. And what are the lessons? What are the similar experiences that we can learn from each other, to how to be more successful, how to be more internationally, in tune and oriented? Mr. Goedhart.
You're formulating your question quite precisely.
Yes, if you can share with us.
What experience we can learn from.
Yeah.
That's not to say that only the good things.
No,
there are also mistakes you
Yes.
can learn from.
Of course.
Maybe in economic developments we are ahead of Taiwan. Our GDP is twice as big as Taiwan, but you are growing much more quickly than we do, and even today, with the bad financial situation, your growth is more than ours.
Now, what's the estimated GDP growth this year, 2008 for?
At this very moment?
Yes, is negative.
We hope it is just positive.
Oh, okay.
And you are still on 2% now.
Yeah, we're struggling with 2%.
So,
yes.
But that is already much better. I'm quite often asked the question: what could Taiwan learn from the Netherlands? Because, and then they refer, for instance, to the social security system and our trade. But quite frankly, I always say, well, I think the Netherlands can learn a lot from Taiwan.
Okay.
Instead, Taiwan can learn from the Netherlands.
Yes.
And that might be a surprise. Quite frankly, they always ask about our social security system, and that is, they say, among the best in the world. For a high price, but everybody can live. Everybody gets some salary. If he's working or not, he gets some money. But I always say, well, I'm not quite sure that is the optimum. Because with such a system, you forget that you have also a personal responsibility, and that you have a responsibility to take care of your friends, or your family, or your parents. This in Taiwan is a society. You take care of your parents. You take care of your friends who are in difficulties.
Yes.
Now, the social security system has, of course, to be developed.
Yes.
But as to this social security, living in Taiwan now for 6 years, for me the optimum is exactly in the middle between Taiwan and the Netherlands. So we can learn from each other.
Yes. Okay. And also, in terms of being more internationally in tune, you and I talked, of course, about the use of language. Certainly we talk about English as the preferred second language, worldwide, and also international, business language as well. And on average Dutch person can speak 2 to 3 languages, including English. But in Taiwan, although in urban areas may not be so bad in terms of English language and the usage of English, but on average, we can say that we have, compared with other Asian countries, that we have a very respectable level of English proficiency in Taiwan.
I would say so.
Yes. And so what are the things that we can learn from your multiple language experience and the development of such? We've heard other guests on the program suggesting that maybe the government should make English part of the official language in Taiwan. In addition to Chinese Mandarin, that English should be another official language in terms of official documents, business, interactions with the government. Would you think something like this? Did something like this first happen in the Netherlands?
No, we didn't do it.
Okay.
We only speak Dutch in Holland. It's the official language.
Okay.
And that's the only one we have.
But do you think something like that would help?
We learn at school. And we have many English spoken TV programs.
Okay.
And the music is in English.
Yes.
Here you have about 100
TV
Taiwanese
channels,
TV.
yes.
They're all in Mandarin.
Yes.
Or even in Taiwanese.
Yes.
There should be much more, I would say, in English. But to change to your official language is not something I would recommend. Your language is part of your culture.
Of course.
So you should defend that, of course. So I wouldn't do so. I think apart from the language, it is more important to be open to the whole world, and not to focus on your neighbors only.
Okay. All right.
If I formulate that diplomatically enough,
yes, certainly.
You should be open to the world, like we are. You can do business in South America, in Europe, everywhere, and that is making you stronger. But also, it is a kind of education. If your father travels everywhere, then the kids will learn from that. And if you focus too much on your neighbors, it could be Japan or it could be the mainland China, then you forget the rest of the world. And that doesn't help. So it's and an economy like Taiwan needs to be open to the whole world. The market is the world, and so it goes all together. And that's the way we are in Holland. Always have been.
Yes. And you know, Taiwan is one of the largest trading partners in the world. With major countries like Europe, EU, like America. And the fact of the matter remains is, of course, our business presence is all over the world, and our participation on international stage. Although there is some room to be improved, but generally, Taiwan is visible. To a certain level, Taiwan's participation.
But not in Europe.
No, not in Europe. So that's why...
Europe is the largest economy in the world,
still. Precisely, EU, yes.
And the percentage of your trade with Europe is by far too low.
Yes, and what are the areas then that you think that we can try to strengthen our trade promotion, trade activities with Europe, with the Netherlands in particular?
Almost any sector.
Okay.
I mean, Taiwan is strong. That was part of my roadshow. I promote Taiwan. Taiwan is extremely strong in automotive, in machine tools. I'm not talking about IT.
Okay.
In the machine building industry, they're extremely strong, and so they should promote that. In any sector, Taiwan could operate. In life science, there are great developments. It's absolutely true.
Yeah.
But of course, it needs an effort.
Yes.
To go to Europe, you have to go there.
Yes.
Nobody comes here to buy your products unless they are extremely good and they read about it. You have to promote your own products. So there should more, in my view, that would be my advice to Taiwan. More promotion for business with Europe, and there with much more diversity.
Yes.
And that makes you less vulnerable, no?
Yeah. Then you also mentioned about...
And it's good for education.
Yeah, precisely. You also mentioned about the agriculture.
Sure.
Yes, that was something of a mild surprise to you, to me, in the sense that how can we, in terms of not only with the Netherlands, maybe with other European countries, promote our agricultural techniques? How can we, show how, for example, more higher, value-added agriculture products, in terms of flowers, in terms of other...
It's easy.
Yes.
Just get the technology. You know who is the largest producer of orchids in the world?
Should be Taiwan or... No, Netherlands.
That's the Netherlands.
Yes.
It's crazy because they're not natural. They can but we just do, and we have the technology. And if you see the varieties of orchids you have here, much better than in Holland. Come to Holland, produce them there, get the technology, do it here, use our worldwide distribution system to do that, and you have the world market. It's easy, in fact, but you just have to do it.
But do you see the agricultural sectors on both sides are doing, thinking of a partnership, thinking of joint forces, or is it something that yet to happen?
We do.
We do.
But we would like to a bit more response from the Taiwanese side.
Okay.
They talk too much in the sense of competition.
Yes.
But it's not competition; it's cooperation.
Okay. But also in the sense, I think there's probably that apprehension over the techniques being copied or being taken over by another country. Would you think that apprehension is still there?
No, not. There's no need to. In Taiwan, no need to. Taiwan made huge progress in that. So there are other destinations nearby where you should be very careful what technology you bring there.
Okay.
But in Taiwan, no, and there's no fear in the Netherlands that your technology will be copied. So there's there's a restriction or hesitance in the Netherlands. It should be openness in Taiwan to benefit of that.
Okay, but also you mentioned about your distribution network worldwide. I think that is something not only for agriculture for Taiwan, but other sectors in Taiwan as well. For example, international branding. Even though Taiwan has been an economic powerhouse in the last 2 decades or so, but we don't really have an internationally recognized brand other than just maybe 1 or 2. Would you mind sharing with us, since you've been involved in Netherlands economic affairs for many years, would you mind sharing with us your experience in terms of promoting brands for your home country?
Well, quite frankly, of course, we have long-standing, well-known products. Not so many new ones, and not so many new brands. If you want new brands, you go to Italy. They are strong in branding, and you have your own good examples. You know, the largest bicycle maker in the Netherlands is Giant. And Netherlands was #1 in the bicycle
we also
production.
have the computer maker in
but
Asia.
now the biggest one is Giant, and of course the brand Giant is well known everywhere. So you have your own good examples. You just have to follow that.
Okay, there's indeed a lot of things that we can learn from each other between the Netherlands and Taiwan. And Representative Goedhart, it's a pleasure and an honor to have you on the Taiwan Outlook. We look forward to, before your tenure is up in Taiwan, to have you back on the program to discuss further the bilateral relations between Netherlands and Taiwan.
I will do that with much pleasure, and as you realize, I can talk for hours about it.
We'll be happy to. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time on Taiwan Outlook on Macroview Television. Thank you.